My world like nobody else, the way you smile in the dark gets me overwhelmed. You smile at the clouds, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. Clayton, New Mexico. Dinner at the famous Elk Hunt Hotel. James getting the truck filled up, then we're gonna go in and grab a bite. 3 more hours down the road to Alamosa for the evening. Got down here to our campsite. It's about a 50-minute drive in from the road. What do you know? The uncle of 2 of the guys that we are hunting with are down here. We had no idea they were going to be here, set up right where we want to set up, so we are getting all our stuff set up with them down in this little valley. Day 1. Well, we about got our camp all set up here.
Before the
got
snow.
a big old hailstorm came in. Kind of see what's happening here. Finish up our cook tent and get some lunch going. All right, well, we're pretty well set up. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of sleet, and now it is snowing. Pretty chilly out. Kind of got a trailer back there, camper. There's a tent of a couple guys, our cook shack right there. Me and James will be in this bad boy right here. He's just getting our heaters hooked up. So, pretty well ready to start cooking some dinner. We need to cut some firewood too. Unfortunately, we didn't get that done for all the snow. So, I'll give you another update tonight when we get some dinner going. Morning, guys. This is opening day. Woke up at 5 o'clock. It's 11 degrees out. Pretty chilly. It was nice and warm in the tent though. We got packed up, had about a 20-minute drive up the mountain in our buggy, and then about another 25-minute hike to this meadow that's way up here on this mountain. We heard some cows making some calls this morning, but didn't see anything. And I've actually hiked another 200 yards up the mountain to find some sunlight because it was cold. So James is still down sitting over the meadow, and I came up here to find this beautiful sunlight to warm me up. My feet were getting pretty cold. So that's what's happening this morning. We'll sit out here for quite a bit longer and hopefully have some elk show up sometime this morning. We'll see what happens. Well, our first morning is about in the books. It's about 11 o'clock. We're packed up. We're gonna head back down to camp.
Might have a little substance to get us there.
Oh yeah, we both been snacking, but we hiked up to the top of this mountain, set up on a big meadow up there for a little bit, and kind of changed the scenery a little bit. We haven't seen anything this morning, but
heard something. There's a high pond right over here. It's a good spot.
Yep. But it was super cold this morning, and when that sun came out, it started to feel a little bit nicer. So we're gonna head back down to camp. We'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we're set up for our evening hunt. We're kind of on the same side of the mountain, but across the valley, sitting up on this big high meadow. You can see here, it's about 300 yards across to that other side. I'm posted up here on the very top so I can see the corner down there, and James is further down the mountain a little ways so he can catch anything coming out that way. So it's about 3:30. We'll have a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours to sit up here. It's kind of gotten cloudy, and when that sun goes away it gets cool quick, but hopefully I can post a video shortly of me standing over a big bull. I'm sitting here watching this meadow tonight, specifically this back corner, but public land. So my evening hunt is over. That is a bummer.
Did you bring food up with you, David? Huh? Did you bring food up with you? I brought a can of Viners and a package of crackers.
Well, guys, we woke up this morning and the wind was whipping. We got snow on the ground, and it is cold. That wind is going crazy, so we decided to stay in camp this morning. So we're all huddled around some propane heaters in our cook shack here. We got bacon and eggs on the griddle. We got pancakes going, so we're gonna stay warm this morning. We're gonna head out around noon, hopefully, but it's nice and warm in our tents, but it's plenty cold out here this morning. Well, it's about 8:45. We had a big old breakfast this morning. As you can see, we got a bit of snow. Our ranger here won't start.
The battery look cold.
So we're gonna be hiking up there.
Right up there.
So it's about 20 degrees out. The sun has come out, so I would imagine most of the snow is gonna be melted by the time we get back.
Out.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's gonna happen today. So hopefully I can show you a video later on of a big old bull. All right, we're set up for the day. I don't know, it's probably about 10 o'clock, a little after. We're planning on sitting out here for the rest of the day. We'll be overlooking this valley down through here. All this timber, hopefully the elk will come down off the hill. James is back up this way, 60 yards. You can see those aspens quite a ways, so he's keeping an eye on that. So it is windy and cold, so we're both hunkered down behind some trees here, trying to stay out of the wind and in the sunlight. So we'll see if we can stay out here all day and stay warm. I've packed plenty of snacks, believe me. So just before I built my little fort here, which is working beautifully, I back over this ridge a little ways out of the wind a bit, found a big tree, sat behind it in the sun, laid down to take a nap, and just as I was getting ready to doze off, I remembered it was that very group of trees, that hillside there, that 3 years ago James and I saw a black bear with 2 cubs pop out of. And all of a sudden, I was not tired anymore. Well, I got a bit chilly, so I had to get up, move around a bit. I just came just over this ridge here to get out of the wind. Try to stay in the sun. But I just wanted to show you, give you an example what the timber looks like here. It's just trees and dead trees, just all strewn about. This is kind of why you can't really just take off hiking through these trees here and looking for elk. I mean, you have very poor visibility, and during this time of year, the bulls and the cows are all grouped up into big groups, and so they're gonna see you or hear you before you get anywhere close to making a shot. But these trees are just littered with rubs like that. I mean, this is a big tree right here. This thing has been torn up. There's rubs all throughout here. It's pretty cool to wander around. I hope I find a shed. Well, we made it back to camp a little after 7. We all absolutely froze. We had a big old dinner, burgers, hash browns, mac and cheese. Everyone's pretty worn out. So we're in our tent getting ready for bed, and hopefully it will not be as windy tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Well, good morning. It's another really cold morning out, so after all of us getting froze to the bone yesterday, we decided we were not going to go out early this morning, so we're just kind of waking up slowly. We got the wood stove crackling. I got my boots up there trying to warm them up before I put them on. Got a pot of coffee heating up, so we're going to have us another big breakfast, and then once that sun comes out, if it does, we'll head back up the mountain and see what happens. No one saw anything yesterday, and we all sat out in that wind. It was pretty brutal. So hopefully today will be a little bit better, and we'll see something, hopefully shoot something. Well, guys, I don't want to leave out any details on what happens up here. So we got kind of an easy morning, taking care of camp. I've been cutting some wood, but it's time to do some other business, and we do have a special tent for that, but it's pretty cold out, so I got the toilet seat sitting on top of the wood stove there, warming up. This is what I'll be sitting on. I moved it in our tent here because it's warm. Don't worry, I told James not to come in. He'll be using it after I'm done, just so you know. Well, I got the seat a little bit too hot, so I'm gonna let it cool down for a few minutes. Boy, it was hot, so I gotta give it a few minutes. Look at this fancy trailer in here. Pretty nice. Did a little modification to our cook shack this morning. So it's sealed up at night when we come in. We can be somewhere nice and warm where we cook and eat. Dustin and Jimbo just head out on a four-wheeler. James and David and Josh headed out on a buggy. They left a four-wheeler up at the top of the mountain yesterday because Jimbo and Josh hiked down. So they're going up there to bring that back and then to drop off 3 guys up at the top of the mountain. And they are going to hike down, and we're going to do a good old-fashioned deer push. And so 3 of us are going to be stationed just right back up here. We'll hike up here. It's about a 15-minute hike through the trees up to this open meadow that we were all hunting in last night. And we're going to sit at the bottom of that. Hopefully they're going to push some elk out to us. We're going to be waiting down there for it. So, but it's about a 25-minute drive up there. So the guys will be back in about 40 minutes or so. and I'm just here by myself hanging out with the camp. So waiting for them to get back, and then we'll hike up there and we'll do the push, and then we'll come back down. And I don't even know, it's maybe 10:30 or 11 right now. Come back down, we'll have lunch, and then we'll all head up, split up in different areas and sit on meadows this afternoon, this evening, try to catch something. So hope we have some luck today, because it's getting rough not seeing anything. David did see 2 bulls the very first morning back up this way. One of them was a little bit too small. The other one was plenty big, but never gave him a shot. He stayed in the trees. So we have seen elk, but hopefully we can connect sometime this afternoon. But we've spent the morning rebuilding our cook shack. I'll go ahead and take you in there. And then doing dishes, which all our water here in camp was frozen, so we had to heat up all our water just to do dishes. I mean, it's been cold enough. I mean, our dish soap frozen solid. Our cooking oil, we had to thaw it out. It was frozen solid. So I mean, it has been cold down here. But with our new cook shack here, it's sealed up pretty good, and it'll be nice tonight when we get back and cook dinner. We've been eating really well, so I'm not sure. I think we're having steaks tonight, so stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated when I get up the valley set up for this deer push. I'll let you know what's going on. Well, I'm still waiting on the guys to get back. It's 11:45, but it has actually warmed up enough today that I have taken my coat off. Thermometer says it's 32 degrees out, which is really nice. But figured I'd give you an official tour of our camp. I'm kind of standing right here in the middle. Over here, that's our washing dishes right here. Back over here, this tent is our shower tent. Of course, we got our cook shack. Jimbo and Josh, their trailer right there, which you've seen inside. Then David and Dustin are staying in this tent here. Me and James are right in here. Just got our vehicles parked over here. Our bathroom right there. And then we've got this little creek that we've been pulling water from to use, and our campfire right here. We've cooked some brats and stuff over it. So that's kind of what our camp is. It's worked out really nice. We're right down in the bottom here, so the wind hasn't been too bad down in here. But it's a nice place to camp. It's 12:50. We've just gotten up in this valley that we hunted way up there last night. We're sitting much lower. Josh is posted up about 300 yards down that way. I'm gonna keep an eye on anything coming out down through here and up that valley to an extent. That's a long ways up there. But James and Dustin just cut up through these aspens here. There's an open meadow, a little finger that runs up there that they're gonna try to intercept any elk coming through. Jimbo and David should be coming over that mountain after a while, so hopefully they're going to push anything out of the woods that's here. Hopefully we're posted up good enough that we can catch about anything coming through here. So could be a difficult shot if they're running out of here across this bottom here. So we'll see what happens. Still sitting here on this mooch, posted up on the side of this hill here, watching this timber. Those elk do come down through there. I should hear them coming through those trees pretty good. Last night, I was sitting up on that meadow there. James left me yesterday around noon. I thought he came all the way back down to camp, but he stopped right over here on this hillside. David and Dustin were sitting up on that meadow, and Josh and Jimbo walked all the way around the back side of the mountain way back there and ended up sitting on this meadow back over here last night. So when I started to make my trek down last night, I thought I was the only one up here in this meadow, and when I got down to about right here, James was sitting in the trees there and whistled at me. I was happy because it was getting dark and I didn't feel like walking through this valley and then down through the trees to our camp by myself. But turns out we were all up in here and didn't really know it. And when we were walking up this afternoon, or this morning right now, we saw some elk tracks on the path, so something has been in here this morning. There's some light flurries right now, even though the sun is shining. It is snowed off and on today, 2 or 3 times. Nothing major, but just a few flakes. And it's mid-30s. It's still fairly windy today, not nearly as bad as yesterday, but tomorrow that wind is supposed to stop. It's supposed to be a little bit more warm, a little bit warmer, hopefully up into the mid-50s. But by the time we get done with this mooch, we'll have enough time to get back down to camp and grab a bite, and then I think we're all heading way back to the back side of the mountain this evening to hunt. Well, the mooch is over. Nothing turned up. It is cold. That wind is whipping. Not nearly as bad as yesterday, but it is it's cold. So we're gonna go back to camp, eat, head back out. All right, it's 4:45. We are set up for the evening. Came out a little bit later than normal, but elk seem to show themselves right before dark, so we should be good. We have come the opposite direction that we've ever hunted. We've never been up here before, but we really like the look of this meadow. So it's kind of what we're going to be hunting tonight. So James is just through those aspens across the way. There's a little open area. He's sitting up in there trying to catch the elk coming down those aspens, and I can kind of see everything right here in front of me. So it's pretty windy, but not nearly as windy as yesterday. This afternoon, after we got done with that deer push, cold front must come through because big old clouds dropped some snow and it got cold. We were hunched down in the cook shack, sitting around the heater there for a while. And Jimbo was one that was walking through the woods on the push, and he didn't show back up for another hour and a half, 2 hours. He kind of got lost out there, and took him a while to get back to camp. But he did see a bull. It's about 50 yards away, but it was in the thick timber, and he didn't get a shot at it. So, hopefully we get some action this evening.
Every weekend. I didn't move back there. But, so we're sitting on this island. My wife wasn't with me because she was on call that weekend. So we're sitting on this island.
Well, we're up and at 'em this morning. It's a little after 8 o'clock. We slept well last night. We were all tired, but it's about 16 degrees out and no wind, which is fantastic. I think today's going to feel really nice. But we're roughing it by heating up some Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches in a microwave in Jimbo's trailer. And then we're going to head up the mountain, do a bit of hunting here this morning, come back down for lunch, and get back out this afternoon. So I didn't give you an update of last night. Jimbo and Josh saw a pretty big bull, just never got a shot at it. Me and James went around to a different side of the mountain, and I ended up seeing a mountain lion, which really freaked me out. So I got packed up and went and found James, and we got out of there. It was pretty freaky looking. It was about 150 yards off, but man, he was staring right at me. It was pretty crazy. So I'll give you an update when we get up the mountain. little before 9 o'clock. We're making a long trek up to the backside of Tracy Mountain. We've had some breakfast, had some coffee, and it's gonna be a beautiful day. There is no wind, which is phenomenal. It's about 22 degrees when we left camp. The sun is out. No clouds in the sky. Making this long drive up the mountain. And we'll sit out there for a few hours. We're gonna go to where Jimbo and Josh saw a nice bull yesterday. So hopefully we'll have some luck. And I'm all for not seeing any more mountain lions, that is for sure. James is packing a little bit of heat on his side just in case. So it's gonna be a good day. Found our first bull.
There's no antlers.
Yeah, I don't think he's legal. Those antlers aren't quite big enough. We made it. Now we're gonna get our gear on, start hiking up this trail. Through these trees, there's big meadows up on top there.
Huh? What?
We got you videoing.
Sing us a song. It's shower day. When's the last time you showered?
Friday morning before we came up.
Woo! Good thing you haven't been sweating at all though.
Tell you what, this thing feels amazing.
Is it warm in there too?
Oh, it's perfect. It's like a hotel room.
A hotel room. That's a motel.
What?
That's more like a motel. He hasn't used that much water either.
No, I mean it goes slow. Nothing like showering on the mountain. Shower on the mountain, run
Ready?
boys, run!
No. Hell no. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. Look at that big old boy.
That's awesome. I think that big moose is high. But he's going for that pond.
That's pretty awesome.
We just saw a moose. That is freaking awesome. Up there on that frozen pond.
So we're in the same meadow we were in this morning. Came back up here. We're actually gonna head to a meadow that's even higher up to sit for the evening. But
We just saw a moose.
saw a moose. That's crazy. Wow.
That was cool.
It's about 4:15. We're set up. Probably can't see everything here on the phone, but we've got a pretty good view through these aspens. Please tell me you guys got one. No? No. We heard gunshots though.
Is David back?
Nope. Oh yeah, David is back.
Did he get one?
Nope. None of us saw anything, but we all heard the gunshots, and since you guys weren't back yet, we assumed it was you.
I thought Jimbo shot.
Oh, Jimbo shot?
No, I thought he did. I went over there and saw, and he wasn't. So did you go up and?
Did you sit with him or did you
That
go
is a heart in that bag.
So you heard him shoot.
Oh,
did
yeah,
you
I
go
heard
walking over to...
Damn, you know what? That shot sounded like it was plumb up.
I thought
on,
he shot.
but it sounded like it was up there
No.
on Spruce Mountain.
Well, I got a fresh elk heart here. Gonna get it all fixed up. We're gonna eat a bit of it tonight. I'll show you when I'm done. Big old thing. Well, I forgot to video. We grilled up that heart. Seasoned it. It didn't season properly. It's just a little bit different. It has a different texture. Really, the taste was all right. I put some coffee grounds on it that didn't come through very well. But yeah, we all tried it except David. And nobody really cared much for it. But I could eat it. But it's a lot of work trimming that thing up. But yeah, that's that. So we've got pork tenderloin on the grill that we're all gonna eat. About 11 o'clock Wednesday morning. We've had a casual morning. Just had a big breakfast. We're all getting ready to take a chainsaw and four-wheeler to cut us the trail up this mountain to go get Jimbo's elk. So he just got it last night. It was plenty cold for it to stay up there, so we're gonna go up there, cut a trail so we can drive all the way up to it and quarter it out, get it bagged up and bring it down. We actually, there's a hanging rack right in these trees here, so we'll hang it up. And then yeah, we'll probably have lunch and head out for the afternoon and see if we can shoot us some more elk. We've still got five tags left here in camp, so we got plenty of elk we need to kill. But we're gonna go get this one bagged up. Yeah, buddy. All right.
It's honestly probably the best spot on this whole mountain right here.
Yeah, this is nice hidden back up here. We just got the trail cut.
And all the aspens feed
Got
it.
two four-wheelers up here. Elk's laying right there. So, whew, get her quartered out. Get it back down.
Sitting right there. Where'd he come out at? Right behind that tree?
Back up in those spruce. Saw them there in those aspens. Oh yeah. That's awesome.
You ready?
Come over here. The sun's nice. I guarantee you, just by looking at his antlers, that's same genetics. You don't think that heavy.
Hey, smile at me.
So that's the tree he came out of? He came out right here?
He came out from back there, and then he's behind this little group right here. That little cedar tree is behind that one right there. And I couldn't get anything because I was sitting right there where it's kind of three trees in one.
Yeah.
I was sitting right there, and I saw him. And as soon as he popped out right here is when I tagged him. And he hunkered down and then stumbled right here. And then I just nailed him again.
That's where your heart came from.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
I can tell you right now, just by looking
You
at
can
it.
see the big old artery right there on the very
Oh yeah.
Same brow tine, same small top kick.
I wish you would have got those intestines for me. Could have cooked those up.
Yeah. Hey, did you probably chance bring you those gloves?
Well, it's a little after 4. All 6 of us are sitting on the same mountain tonight. James is back down that way, probably 400 yards, overlooking the big meadow that we saw the moose last night. Last night we set back up over that hill a little ways. Jimbo and Josh are gonna sit back over there. I'm gonna be overlooking these aspens here that run all the way down and then up on the side of this hill here. Can't see super far, but I mean, you never know where they're gonna pop out. So David and Dustin are somewhere up here on this hillside, I think. We waited for them to get up here and they never came, so we're not for sure exactly where they were going to end up. But it's a beautiful day. We just spent the day kind of working up that bull and getting him caped out and just kind of relaxing around camp. So this has by far been the nicest, warmest day we've had, as you can tell by my clothing. But I've had a long hike up here, so I'm gonna cool down for 15-20 minutes and then put all my warm gear on for the night. I'm all settled in here. I'm gonna start my afternoon routine by eating my Nutter Butters. But also too, I realized my wife has left me little notes on my Butterfingers. So yeah, I'm settled in for the evening.
See anything?
Our elk steaks, all seasoned. That's not even half of one of the back straps.
Huh?
Got our little grill right here in the cook shack.
77 on spruce though.
How'd you find
Just
that?
got in, none of it. We all sat on the same mountain.
I don't know if you passed the guy or not.
None of us
passed the
saw a
buggy going
thing.
up.
Yeah,
He
Jimbo
pulled over.
stopped and talked to him.
It's a nice, beautiful evening, no wind.
Said they killed a 77 right there on spruce.
Did he say up top?
It's gonna be a good dinner.
I'm sure probably.
Well, we tap out. The mountain has won. It snowed a lot last night, 8 or 10 inches out there. And our tent has not fared too well. I'm sure you can see all the water. It started about around midnight, and instantly our tent started leaking. You can see maybe in the corners here where it's sagging really low and just melting and leaking. I mean, the floor in here is completely soaked and frozen. All our stuff is wet. So it's about 6:30. Me and James only slept a couple hours last night because we were constantly getting dripped on. So the rest of the guys are awake. We're all decided we're getting off of this mountain. It has just beat us up with this weather. It has been so cold. So we got to get out of here. So I hope we can. We are way back in here, and it's a rough trail. All 3 of us are pulling trailers, so I hope we can get out of here. So we're gonna get everything packed up. Well, here's the snow. It's at least 8 or 10 inches, but we're just trying to get everything packed up. Look how pretty that is. Woo.
I'm sure you can get some awesome pictures on the way out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look great. Heading out. We're sure hoping we make it.
Headed out. Got snowed out. Got a foot of snow on the ground. We're headed home, baby. This hunt beat us up. It was a tough one, but it was a fun one. Made some memories. Got the elk got to laugh at us, but we saw moose, mountain lion, and everything else. So now we just gotta try to get home.
have brought snowboards.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't quite prepared for that. This really is kind of dangerous.
It's pretty slick, I bet.
It's slick and you can't see into the snow, so you don't know where those real bad ones were.
Yeah.
And these tree branches are hanging lower.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's our trailer. You may be wondering what in the world are we doing driving backwards, but Jimbo and Josh are sitting on the tailgate because they got stuck. Luckily, we didn't go far and we didn't see them. We sat still and here they come walking down the trail. So, it's about 19 degrees out, foot of snow, and we're going to
Try to help them out.
get them pulled out. Well, James is hooked on. Not looking good.
Hold on a second. There we go. Now I got differential locked in.
James,
What?
you go that way, brother.
I'm trying. My differential was not locked in.
Yeah, his back end was sliding over.
Need a shovel. Hey, let's back up a little bit. All right, back up. No, Jack, it'll pop the chains. That won't be doing good. Yeah, Will.
I wish you had something I could put an actual tug on.
Make sure the chains stay tight. All right. Hey. Go up forward, Jack. Go forward a little bit. Don't pop it. Don't pop it. All right, go.
There we go. Woo! Yeah, buddy. All right, we got him out. Headed back to hook onto our trailer. Took us an hour and 8 minutes, and the temperature has raised almost 10 degrees. We are down in the bottom, ready to hit the highway. We're going to say goodbye to all the guys now that we're out and all head our own directions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had to, what's that?
Our first meal down
Our
the
first
mountain.
meal.
Monterey
at breakfast.
Cafe.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
Now to go find a hot shower and a working toilet that you don't have
doesn't
to
freeze.
carry.
Well, we've checked into our hotel. We just came out here to Brad's and dropped off the trailer. Heading back in the Guyman to grab dinner, go back to the hotel. But we stopped by one of these fields that we will be hunting here on Saturday morning with our muzzle loaders, and had a really big buck right in that field with another smaller one, but definitely both shooters. So we are now officially in deer mode, and we are excited because we have already spotted a really nice buck. So yeah, we're gonna take tomorrow, kind of clean up some of our gear, wash our gear, and get ready for muzzleloader season here in Oklahoma Saturday morning. Hopefully we can give you some good footage. is about 26 degrees out. It's about a little after 8 o'clock. Opening morning of muzzleloader season here in Oklahoma. As you can see, I'm sitting right on the edge of a milo field, keeping an eye on this fence line here. Back in that corner there's CRP. Trying to intercept deer moving from the CRP into this milo, or milo to the CRP. Haven't seen anything yet this morning. Brad is a couple 100 yards back behind me on the fence line. James is on another field about a mile away, trying to catch the deer coming out of the milo that way. So it's a beautiful morning, no wind. Pretty cold, about 23 degrees. It's perfect, but as you can see, we've gone from mountaintops to absolutely flat land. But a couple nights ago, James and I saw a really nice whitetail buck on the field that he's sitting on just south of here. So we spent the yesterday just kind of relaxing, napping, doing laundry, getting all our gear dried out from the foot of snow we were in just a couple days ago. But we're excited to be here in the Panhandle to muzzleload hunt for the next couple days.
I shot that biggest muley over here. This was the conditions it was in. I sat over there in that wheat.
That means they almost would have to come early to get all the way up here at the dark.
Yeah.
Think you get shot up and set on that hunt?
Well, Brad has us set up on another big draw not too far from where we were. I'm just kind of walking on the edge and checking all these little fingers that come up through here looking for deer bedded down. James is across the canyon there, standing over there on the hill. He just scared out a white-tailed doe. But we're gonna keep walking this down. You know, I've been watching the ground quite a bit after we saw that rattlesnake dead on the road. They're still out, so I'd really rather not get tagged by one of those. There's Brad over there on the far hill. So we're gonna keep working this thing all the way down. Starting to get warm walking. Oh, I got a deer across the hill. It's a mule deer. Had a doe pop out of there, and then 3 mule deer bucks. They're about 230 yards away. They're not too big. One of them's definitely something I'd shoot, but it's too far away. So we've bumped a whitetail and mule deer out of the same canyon here. Man, they're just standing there. If I had a regular rifle, I'd be able to peg them. Just right there.
Well, we're here in the Panhandle. We're doing a little deer hunting. Seen plenty of deer this morning. No shooter bucks in range, but we did see one nice muley bounding off. Gonna head back out this afternoon and try to use the old smoke pole and take down a shooter buck. In the meantime, we've filled our bellies and been watching a little bit of college football today. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot that buck. That'd be fun. It's about right at 5 o'clock. We've just been cruising around the last hour or so, looking for deer. It's still a bit early, but we'll get posted up here somewhere. Wait for some deer to come out. Boys, it's getting rank in here.
Kyle's been ripping butt.
Not me. I can hardly breathe. Oh man. After being up in the mountains for a week and eating the way we are, it's not treating us right. We need to get back to some greens. Oh man. Anyways, I promise we're not road hunting. We're just driving down the road with our binoculars and our guns, just looking for animals we can shoot. We're not road hunting though.
We're scouting.
Yeah, scouting.
Scouting and shooting.
Yes. But we're not road hunting, I promise. We're not. Here we are, the last day of our hunt. It's been a good 10 days. We haven't, we're not very good hunters because we haven't turned anything up, but it's really windy this morning. It's about 40 degrees, so it's not too cold, but that wind is pretty bitter. I don't know if you can see James way over on the hill. We're walking these big draws in this old railroad bed, looking for bucks that are bedded down, getting out of the wind. So when we walked this yesterday, just over this train bed up that way, we busted out whitetail spike and 3 different mule deer bucks and several does. So this is definitely the perfect day to be doing this. They should be bedded down, getting out of the wind. So keep walking and see what we can see.